Alright guys, we're going to find out tomorrow whether Steve Clarke really is a boyhood Celtic fan. So, I always thought Steve Clarke was a die-hard Kelly fan, but I've heard recently there's articles about him claiming to have a Celtic season ticket when he was younger and that he's actually a massive Celtic fan. Is that true? We're going to find out here because it's going to be Kilmarnock taking on Celtic in a game that you feel if Celtic win this, the league is over. I'd say there's no way back. I mean, Rangers are what, 5 behind Celtic. If Celtic win this, it goes to 8. Do I see Rangers clawing that back at this stage of the season? Definitely not. Especially, we've seen how poor Rangers are without Morales. They're practically turned into a one-man team. But this isn't about Rangers. This is about Kilmarnock against Celtic. So let's talk about that. Now, Kilmarnock, I said I wasn't going to talk about Rangers, but we need to bring this up. Since Kilmarnock beat Rangers in the league to go second, they've been pretty crap, man. It's been bad result after bad result. They've dropped down the table. I believe they're now sitting in 4th. Hearts cannot be that far behind them. I think we're only like 3 points behind Kilmarnock at this stage. Maybe even less than that. It might be 2 points. I think it's 2 points actually. And you know, Kilmarnock are 11 behind Celtic. So it's weird. Back in December, Kilmarnock at one stage were top of the table, and even after they beat Rangers, I think they were only like, it wasn't that much. I think it was like 5 points behind Celtic on the same points, and now they find themselves 11. So it just seems like within the space of a couple of weeks, a lot of teams have been competing for the title. It's been very close, and now Celtic have just pulled away, and Kilmarnock have been, you know, left in the dust. So I think this is a massive win for Celtic. I think this is a massive win, must win for Kilmarnock. Celtic, you know, even Celtic can go out and lose this game, it's nothing much is going to change. They're still going to be top of the league. They're still going to be massive favourites for the title. Even Kilmarnock, I'm not realistically saying they can win the title anymore. I thought they could in December, but like I said, since then they've kind of dropped too many points, especially since beating Rangers. They've dropped a lot of points. But even for them, just to keep their momentum up, to try and still challenge for Celtic, I keep botching my lines here. Even for them to try and keep competing for second place, even if they can't get second place, 3rd and 4th still brings you in Europa League football. But with Kelly's form at the moment, I'm not convinced they're going to do it, and I am shocked by this. But I don't know, man. I think that Aberdeen are probably on better form than Kilmarnock at the moment, and I think Hearts, with the likes of Naismith and Suter returning, Crystal Berra returning, Ikepezu returning, I think Hearts probably look like a better team at the moment than Kilmarnock do, and I think Kilmarnock are in danger of actually finishing 5th. It would be a real shame considering how well they were doing at the start if they missed out on European football. So I think this is a massive game, more for Kilmarnock than it is for Celtic. And will that get them the win? Who knows? I know a lot of teams don't like coming to Rugby Park. They complain about the pitch. Although I noticed when Kilmarnock were doing shit and not winning games before Steve Clarke joined, nobody cared it was a plastic pitch. None of the managers seem to care about plastic pitches until they start losing. Then all of a sudden it becomes an issue. So that's kind of lame. So I'm kind of doing this preview. I'm doing this match preview a bit in advance. I don't really know anything about the lineups. I know Celtic will be without Lee Griffiths because he's still at home crying about his gambling addiction, which is not a mental health issue, guys. Let's be honest. It's just there was a point in my life where I was spending way too much money than I could afford on gambling. I was having to borrow money because I was just gambling money I couldn't afford, but I never cried about it. I never claimed to have a mental health issue, and it never stopped me from going to work, you know what I mean? Whereas Lee Griffiths is, I mean, be honest, he's been a pussy. That's what he's been. So, but enough about Lee Griffiths. Match prediction, I'm going to go, I hope Kilmarnock win, I really hope they do, but I just don't see it. I'm going to go 1-1. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they'll get a draw here, but I think they need to get some sort of result. Even if they don't win, I think a draw just to, because even though you could consider at home a draw is normally 2 points dropped, I think a draw against Celtic is a point gained. I think that's how maybe Kelly would look at it. So I think from their perspective, they need a win. Celtic, I think they'd be happy with a draw as well. It's a tough place to go, and I think they would take a point. So it will be interesting to see Jordan Jones. This will be his first game against Celtic since becoming a Rangers player. So we'll be interested to see if he tries harder. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to say 1-1. Let me know your predictions down below. And until next time, guys, been on Scotland TV. Peace.